Joining me now from Irvine, California, attorney and former 2018 California Attorney General candidate in the primary, Eric Early. Eric, I kind of want to work backwards here regarding what transpired in Lassen County. In sum, we have a 16-year-old boy who is dead because of an illegal alien, killed by an illegal alien who copped a plea and will be out of jail probably by spring. And we have a district attorney who was trying to seek justice for this 16-year-old boy who is found in contempt of court. And so this is the current state, in a nutshell, of the criminal justice system in California.
Yeah, Graham, it's an unfortunate mess, to say the least. Stacey Montgomery is the DA up in Lassen County. She's a great woman, big supporter of mine in the campaign. And after this 16-year-old killed was hit and run by this fellow who had been previously deported twice, by the way, for violent crimes both times, and managed to slip through and get back in, driving down the street late at night, and he hits and kills this kid, and then he drives off. He's apprehended. Stacey goes to a candlelight vigil, both for the victim of this crime and for Kate Steinle. And she says that but for the sanctuary state law out here, this immigrant would have been picked up by an ICE detainer. He would have been deported, and this poor victim would be alive today.
Okay, let me step in there, and this is where the public defender for this illegal immigrant, our taxpayer dollars paying for this public defender, comes to the judge and says, "Hey, listen to what the DA is saying. She's biased. She's tainting, a possible jury pool. We need a gag order, right?"
Correct. She says we need a gag order because we need to protect this fellow's constitutional right to a fair trial. And the court issues the gag order. This is before I was involved in this. And then 3 months or so after the gag order is issued, President Trump invites Stacey Montgomery, along with several other officials from California, to speak on the sanctuary state law at the White House.
All right. Now, wait, I want to hold you there, Eric. First of all, I can't let go what was said. You said that somehow an illegal immigrant in this country has constitutional rights. That just makes my hair stand up, but I don't have time to go into that depth. I do want to point that out. So you have Stacey Montgomery, the district attorney of Lassen County, invited to the White House in May with a whole bunch of other folks from California who are fighting California's sanctuary status, reporting to the president. Now, she was summoned by the president of the United States, and she says this, roll tape.
We are prosecuting an illegal immigrant right now who has been deported several times and has had a violent criminal history, who hit and killed a 16-year-old kid, a boy in our community, and fled the scene. So his case is pending right now. After I brought the suit, I was promptly served with a gag order to prevent me from talking about the case. It's been very frustrating.
Okay, so the judge sanctions her because of what she said in the White House, but she essentially said, hey, I can't talk about it. Did you play this tape in court?
They had a transcript of the tape, and I'll tell you, we got into court. Stacey called me about 2 weeks ago. She said, Eric, can you help me on this? They're trying to have me found in contempt. I said, absolutely, Stacey, I'd be honored to help you. And we got to the court, and we said, listen, all you've talked about is this fellow's so-called constitutional rights. Well, Stacey Montgomery has First Amendment constitutional rights that you've all but completely ignored. And so that was the heart of our argument before this judge up there in Lassen County.
All right. I want to name names here. The judge's name, Candace Beeson, and the public defender, Autumn, I'm blanking on the last name, Eric, help me out. Autumn
Payne.
Autumn Payne.
P-A-I-N-E.
Perfect name. We reached out to Autumn Payne for comment as to why this, I presume she's a woman, why she did this to a DA who is simply doing her job. Of course, she did not return our call, and the judge, of course, is never going to return our call. But these people need to be held to account.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Stacey got tremendous support from the people of Lassen County. We were up there. It's a very small city in a very small county, and the courtroom was packed with great citizens up there who were all there showing support for Stacey. And I argued before the judge for 2 hours about Stacey's constitutional rights, about how this was an unconstitutional prior restraint against Stacey,
Right.
meaning the gag order, and how, by the way, what she said to the president didn't violate the gag order anyhow. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, it largely fell on deaf ears.
That district attorney.
Incredible situation.
It is, and that district attorney not only has constitutional rights, but has a constitutional duty to go to the White House and try and help the president and the federal government secure this republic. It's just another example how off the rails California is from a constitutional perspective, and I don't know how you get it back on. Eric, thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.